Hello everyone, and welcome back to Nocturnal Narratives Studio. I know many of you use these videos to fall asleep, so before you drift off, I'd love it if you could leave a comment letting me know which country you're listening from around the world. Today's story is called The Drowned Village, and it was sent by Samuel from Maine. Without further ado, let's begin the story. Deep beneath the still waters of Lake Harridan lies the remains of a village, lost to time. The villagers called it Drop, but that name became a cruel irony the day the dam broke, swallowing their lives and homes. For decades, the drowned village remained silent beneath the surface, a watery grave no one dared disturb. But legends began to whisper, lights flickering beneath the water, and voices that echoed through the night. When Jack, a young historian with a penchant for the heard the tales, he saw an opportunity, a dive into the past, he called it, aiming to document the forgotten village. With his team and equipment, Jack set out on a moonlit night, the lake glimmering ominously under the pale light. The descent began with excitement, but the deeper they ventured, the colder and darker the water became. Their flashlights barely pierced the murky depths, revealing faint outlines of submerged houses and twisted trees. What did Jack hope to find? Was it just history, or something more? Perhaps he sought answers to questions he didn't yet dare ask. As they explored the ruins, the team noticed a child's doll rested upright on a rotting porch, its eyes seeming to follow them. A long rusted bell emitted a faint chime, though no current stirred the water. Then came the first voice, faint at first, like a whisper carried on a non-existent wind. It said, "Who dares?" "Did you hear that?" one of the divers asked, his voice muffled by his gear. The others nodded, uneasy but curious. Jack waved them onward, determined to reach the heart of the village, the church. Its spire, once a beacon of hope, now jutted like a skeletal finger into the water above. Inside the church, the temperature dropped sharply. The walls were adorned with algae-covered murals, their once bright colors distorted into grotesque shapes. At the altar stood a figure, barely discernible in the gloom. It was not human, not entirely. Its form wavered like a shadow in water, yet its eyes burned with an otherworldly intensity. "Why have you come?" it demanded, its voice a haunting melody of anger and sorrow. Jack's courage faltered, but his curiosity overpowered his fear. "We want to uncover your story, to give you a voice." The figure's expression twisted, a mix of grief and rage. "A voice? You seek to expose our pain, to disturb our rest." The water around them began to churn, pulling at their suits. The lights flickered, and the whispers grew into a cacophony of cries. Faces appeared in the water, spectral forms of the villagers, their mouths open in silent screams. Jack realized too late that the legends had left out a crucial detail. The villagers had not perished by accident. Betrayal, greed, and murder had tainted the waters, binding the souls to the depths. "Leave," the shadow commanded, "or join us." Desperate, Jack signaled the team to ascend, but the water resisted them, as if alive. The figures surrounded them, their touch icy and relentless. Jack fumbled with a relic he had taken from the altar, a locket inscribed with a name, Eleanor. "Is this what you want?" he shouted, holding it out. The shadow paused, its form solidifying into that of a young woman, her face filled with sorrow. "Eleanor," she whispered. The water stilled, and the spectral forms retreated, their cries fading into silence. The woman looked at Jack with tearful eyes. "Thank you," she said, before dissolving into the water. The team surfaced, gasping for air. The locket still clutched in Jack's trembling hand. The lake was calm again, its surface reflecting the stars. but they all knew they'd touched something dark and profound, a story best left untold. And so, the waters of Lake Harridan keep their secrets, waiting for the next soul, brave or foolish enough to seek them. Thank you for joining me tonight at Nocturnal Narratives Studio. If this tale stirred your imagination, be sure to subscribe for more haunting journeys. Until next time, sleep well, if you dare.